Welcome to this presentation, which provides a critical evaluation of the Minnesota Importance Questionnaire, which is a career development tool. The Minnesota Importance Questionnaire, or MIQ, was created at the University of Minnesota by Renee Dawes and Lloyd Lofquist, who were the leaders of the Work Adjustment Project, which began in 1957. The driver of their research was vocational psychology and the exploration of an individual's abilities, needs and values and its relationship to the work environment in predicting job satisfaction. In 1967, the MIQ assessment tool was developed as a measure of achieving an ideal occupation based on individuals' needs. The theory of work adjustment, TWA, rests on the premise that individuals' abilities, needs and values, if matched to their work environment, can lead to job satisfaction and career success. It argues that work satisfactoriness, an evaluation of an individual's work behaviour, is essential in understanding an individual's needs and gives an indication of a person's tenure, meaning a person is both satisfied that they have the abilities to do the job, but also that the person's rewards and needs are being met by the work environment. TWA argues that the longer an individual stays in a particular job or work environment, the more likely they will adequately adjust to this environment. If the individual leaves that job or work environment, we can infer that their adjustment was inadequate. They are either no longer satisfied with that work environment, or the individual is seen to be no longer satisfactory for that job. That is, they exhibit behaviours that are inappropriate to the work environment. The MIQ was developed as the tool for assessing a client's needs and abilities. Primarily, a career counsellor can determine their client's unique needs, adjustment style, and any gaps between the client's abilities and the requirements of a job. The MIQ can support a counsellor to identify the jobs or occupations that will be most appropriate for the client and hopefully result in job satisfaction. This is important in assisting a client to find a work setting that is actually going to meet their needs and values, fostering work satisfaction. The MIQ is designed to measure a person's needs and values in order to derive their work personality. There are 6 vocational values: achievement, altruism, comfort, safety, status, and autonomy. There are then 20 vocational needs derived from the 6 values. The MIQ is a pencil and paper inventory that compares the vocational needs of individuals with estimates of reinforcers present in 185 occupations. The correspondence of occupational reinforcers to an individual's needs permits the prediction of job satisfaction. Studies conducted during the MIQ development found that the tool was a valid construct as it functioned as intended within the theory of work adjustment. Studies conducted by developers also supported construct validity for 10 of the 16 MIQ scales. There has been conflicting evidence of the relationship between work values and interests, with some studies showing the two to be closely linked and others finding them to be independent of one another. Further research is needed to consistently demonstrate validity of work values as a measure distinct from interests. Researchers found that the MIQ scales demonstrated internal consistency that was within the generally accepted standards of reliability. MIQ scales and profiles were also found to be relatively stable over time, with profiles showing greater stability than scale scores. Age may impact work values, which could affect stability over time. Cherrington et al. Found that older workers valued moral importance of work and pride in craftsmanship more than younger workers, who placed a higher value on importance of money. As discussed, the MIQ is based on the theory of work adjustment, which takes an individual differences approach. This suggests that the broad demographic categories such as sex, nationality, sexual orientation, or cultural background are not reliable ways of determining needs and therefore should not impact MIQ results, making it a suitable tool for clients of diverse backgrounds. Older clients have more work experience and thus greater self-awareness of needs, so the MIQ may be more beneficial for these clients over early career clients. Cultural differences may influence the interpretation of the value statements in the MIQ and may therefore lead to inaccuracies in results and interpretation. For example, comfort values did not factor heavily in a study of Turkish pre-service teachers, possibly because of cultural differences. The idea of comfort is likely to mean something different in different cultures and therefore may affect interpretation. When preparing clients to complete the MIQ, career practitioners should ensure the client has read and understands the directions written at the beginning of the paired or ranked form booklet. Inform the client that there is no time limit. but that the average time to complete the paired form is approximately 30 to 40 minutes, while the ranked form takes about 20 minutes. The career practitioner should also ensure that the client understands that they should be considering their ideal job when responding, answering as honestly and frankly as possible, and completing every question. Clients should be encouraged to respond quickly to each question, then move to the next, as it is more likely to help give an accurate reflection of the client's needs. The nature of the paired form questionnaire can seem quite repetitive, but it is important to explain before commencing that no pair of statements is repeated. The MIQ requires the client to review 20 statements about job conditions or reinforcers and consider which of these are more important in relation to their ideal job. The paired form does this by pairing each of the statements with the other 19 statements and asks the client to mark which statement they consider to be more important to them, while the ranked form gives the statements in groups of 5 and asks the client to order the statements in each grouping from most important to least important. Either of the forms can be used to gather equivalent information. Scoring the MIQ is a complex and time-consuming process to do manually. Therefore, the University of Minnesota provided computer scoring to minimise the risk of error. However, this service is no longer available. As with the use of any career development tool, it is important to debrief with the client afterwards. This involves reviewing the purpose of the client completing the MIQ, creating a wider context for the results, and framing results as hypotheses to be checked against their life experiences and understanding of themselves. It is also beneficial to inquire about the client's interpretation of each statement to see if there are any differences between this and the intended meaning. Any discrepancies should be taken into consideration when exploring the client's results. As discussed, the MIQ is a paper-based assessment, so career practitioners should ensure they follow standard professional procedures by storing completed questionnaires securely. So what are the benefits of the MIQ? Rounds discovered that work value correspondence is a stronger predictor of future job satisfaction than interest congruence, and when selecting a measure for the assessment of work values, the MIQ appears to be the most comprehensive assessment tool available. Values-based assessments, such as the MIQ, can also be used to help clients make decisions based on cost-benefit analysis when deciding between career options or between job offers within the same field. Another benefit is that the tool is simple to administer and is suitable for clients with a minimum reading level of grade 5. Now to some of the drawbacks. The occupational reinforcer patterns that are used for the comparison and interpretation of the MIQ have not been updated since 1986. However, the world of work has undergone many changes in this time, and therefore the patterns may no longer be as relevant or accurate and should be interpreted carefully. Value conflicts arise when two values cannot be realised simultaneously. For example, a client may value salary and leisure time, but a job with a high salary may require longer hours. The MIQ requires clients to indicate their value preference on the form without context and therefore may lead to value conflicts being hidden. Although fairly simple to administer, scoring the MIQ is complex and time-consuming to complete by hand, and computer scoring is no longer available. The MIQ is also repetitive in nature, which may become tedious for the client when completing. When working with clients, it is important that career practitioners consider a variety of factors that may influence career decisions. Using multiple theories to examine vocational satisfaction will provide a rich set of data to inform counselling conversations. The MIQ provides valuable information about client values in the context of the theory of work adjustment and would be most accurate when combined with a measure of client interests to narrow career options. The MIQ is best used with adult career changers who have workplace experience and an awareness of their own needs and values. The tool can be a good starting point for more general discussion of values for younger clients who are just starting their career journey. When conducting the MIQ assessment, it is important for practitioners to discuss the statements with clients to clarify their understanding and ensure meaningful interpretation of results. Although the theory behind the MIQ is well regarded, the tool itself is difficult to score and interpret. The ONET Work Importance Locator has been designed based on the information in the MIQ. This may be a more valid and reliable values assessment tool due to its ease of use and its connection to more recent work settings and occupations. Ongoing research into the use of assessment tools to assess values and their influence on career decisions and work satisfaction is essential. The better this relationship is understood, and the more thoroughly and simply practitioners can assess work values, the better they can provide accurate career counselling and guidance to clients.